Ayan.
All right. So again, sabi natin, we will just simply quickly recall what we have discussed, finished last time about the Poisson distribution. Then to recall, a Poisson distribution is a discrete probability distribution whose probability mass function or density function in general. Kaya nagtataka ako bakit sa mga literatures ang tawag nila sa probability distribution sa discrete distribution, they call it probability mass function or probability mass distribution. Pero anyway, it's all the same. It's a probability distribution pa rin. So this is the form. Pero in general, kung kunin mo yung element ng time, neglect mo lang siya when time is equal to 1. So it's still a probability, it's a Poisson distribution. But to check if it's indeed a Poisson distribution, take the sum. And the sum, it's of the form a Taylor series expansion lang naman siya. Take the sum of that, so that's equal to 1. So yan lang naman. So we were able to compute the mean and the variance of this Poisson distribution. So saan yung application ng distribution na to? As long as it is account data, so nagte-take ka ng, nagbibilang ka ng counts. Say for example, you're looking at the distribution. Halimbawa, you own a restaurant and you want to study the pattern of how the time the customer will be visiting your restaurant, say at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, until 5 in the afternoon, say if it's until open until 6, and you want to look at the pattern of distribution throughout time and throughout the week. So kung may collection of data, so you use Poisson distribution. Similarly, even the distribution of orders na nag-order, di ba? May negosyo ka rin in terms of ilang mga products meron kayo at you want to study the pattern of distribution of the orders of each of the product through time. So it is also a Poisson distribution. So kaya nga when you want to study like a model na ginagamitan of counting, they always use the Poisson distribution as the probability distribution in studying the pattern. Kaya later, I don't know kung statistical analysis na talaga tayo, meron na tayong different statistical tools, regression tools to use. May pagpipilian tayo ng mga types of distribution when it comes to general linear models. So in general, ang ginagamitan natin yan, normal distribution. But in fact, may mga distribution na hindi ganun ang distribution niya. So we use Poisson for counts. We use negative binomial for counts and others as well. So yan ang mga pag-aaralan natin in the future. Pero sa ngayon, ko-concentrate muna tayo sa theory of the distribution. So we were able to compute for the mean. Either we directly compute for the mean or use the moment generating function kasi mas madali siya to use. So in this case, the moment generating function of the Poisson distribution look like this. And then you compute for the first derivative. So the first derivative is exactly the mean of the random variable of the Poisson distribution, which is just lambda theta. And if you compute for the second derivative, this is the second moment. And the result look like this. But we know the relationship of the first moment and the second moment in terms of the variance. The formula of the variance is just the second moment minus the square of the first moment, and you will have this. So meaning pareho ang mean at ang variance ng Poisson distribution. So the same lang siya. Walang pinagkaiba. Okay. So now, what is interesting for now is that you can estimate the Poisson distribution from the binomial distribution. Meaning, kung meron kang binomial distribution, tapos may mga certain condition to follow in terms of the binomial distribution, pwede siya magiging Poisson distribution. So let's prove the following theorem. So ito yung magiging theorem natin for this afternoon. So let me write the theorem first. Theorem that if you have a binomial distribution, tapos ang binomial natin, di ba, may dalawa siyang parameters. That's the number of samples. Tapos yung probability of success, that's ano yan, probability of success P. as you increase the number of samples to infinity, magiging Poisson distribution siya whose parameter is mu. So anong ibig sabihin ng parameter natin? Where mu is just NP, tapos your P approaches 0 as well. So yun. Yun lang naman ang kailangan natin i-check. So what are we looking for this? Anong hahanapin natin? Meaning, let's go back to the binomial distribution. Ano bang itsura ng binomial distribution? Ang probability density function niya or probability mass function. So you have two parameters, n and ang p. This is equal to, naalala mo pa anong itsura nito?
Yung ano po, ano kasi yan,
Oh, may ubo ka pala. May dala ka pang ubo from Thailand, ah.
hindi pa actually, ano, from the Philippines, tapos nahawa po ako.
Okay, okay.
Ito nag-heal po. Ano kasi ito yung ano yata ito, yung ano po na, yung
Binomial muna, binomial. Binomial. So, naalala mo tayo. Sulat ko siya, ah. And choose x.
ah
Tapos, raise to x.
ah
Tapos, 1 minus p or q.
due to the X-Men na tama.
Yan. Okay. N minus x. Ayan siya. So, this is the binomial PDF or probability density function niya. And the Poisson, ang Poisson natin, Poisson, gandang pagkakasound daw, Poisson. So, gawin natin is that you have to consider two parameter, one parameter lang pala, lambda. Ang t natin, let us assume that it's equal to 1. So meaning this is just lambda raised to x e raised to negative lambda where x, ang denominator is x factorial. Ang assumption where t is equal to 1. Meaning, ito, if I'll go back earlier sa definition natin ng Poisson distribution, in-assume ko lang dito when t is equal to 1. So, yun lang yung ano natin. So, when t is equal to 1. So, yun. That's the idea. So, ang gagawin natin, we will show na as n approaches infinity from here sa taas, magiging ganyan siya. Yan. Medyo na ano mo, medyo na nag-gets mong gagawin natin ngayon. We will show na ang ito from binomial, magiging ganun yan as n approaches infinity. Ayun. Surprising, no? Parang, paano magiging ganun ang itsura niya? Alright? So, let's outline lang ang proof. Ito yung magiging outline natin. So first, let's go back to ito, yung n choose x. So, gagamitin natin yung n choose x na yan as the following. So, ano ang definition ng n choose x?
Yung, ano ba kasi, n factorial,
Divided by?
divided by, ano na, n factorial divided by, ano kaya, yung x factorial times n
Yan.
minus x, quantity n minus x factorial.
Ayan, tama. Ayan, that's right. So, at this time, isulat natin ulit to. This is just equal to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 hanggang say n minus x plus 1 tama na x minus 1 tapos ang n minus x factorial. Ayan. Ayan ang itsura, yung pinakadulo. Kasi dapat magiging n minus hanggang sa 2 times, 3 times 2 times 1. Pero nag-stop lang tayo dyan. Divided by n minus x factorial, x factorial. So in other words, we can cancel this out. Ito, cancel out lang natin dyan. So matitira would be this, ang sa taas. So this becomes n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 up to some n minus n x minus 1. Okay, all over x factorial. Pero try to imagine, malaki si n. N approaches infinity. So meaning, ibig sabihin, let us rewrite n approaches infinity as what if si n sobrang laki niya compared to whatever x you have chosen. Meaning to say, kasi ang assumption natin, n approaches infinity, so therefore si n napakalaki na number. So what will happen to this expression approximately sa taas? Ayan. Anong napapansin mo sa magiging expression na yan? So,
Hmm, parang, wait, n minus x minus 1. So, n minus x
mm,
plus 1.
sobrang laki. Try to imagine billion, trillion, quadrillion si N.
So when that
Magma,
true,
magmamatter pa ba ang pagmaminus mo?
parang ano na, parang wala na po, na parang as n na siya.
Oo, parang as N na siya. So meaning you can imagine this as ang first one is N. N minus 1 is still N. N minus 2 is still N. So ilang N's na meron ka?
X minus, x po na, x.
There are X of these. So X of these. So divide mo pa siya with x factorial. So meaning approximately you will have this is equal to n raised to x over x factorial. So yan ang magiging itsura niya ng ng expression mo. Okay? So this is the first one. So n choose x natin magiging n raised to x over x factorial. So clear tayo diyan. So far okay, naintindihan yung una? As
Yes,
long as it approaches infinity, ha? Okay, second, how about this one? How about ang 1 minus p raised to some say n? Halimbawa, si n mo. Naalala mo pang binomial theorem natin tungkol dito. Halimbawa, ito, sulat ko dito in green. Recall, dito ko sulat x plus y raised to n. This is equal to what? Using the binomial theorem. Binomial theorem. Hanapin mo dyan sa internet ngayon. O kung nalimutan mo na siya tungkol sa binomial theorem.
uh-huh. Loading. It is, ano ba? Okay. Summation from
Tama?
equals
From
n of n choose k times x to
just
the
K.
n
K,
minus k
K
times
no? Ginamit mo no? K.
um,
K from 0 to N. Tapos,
x to the n minus k tsaka times y to the k mo.
okay, Y raised to the K. Ayan. So, convert this binomial theorem dito. Nan. So, using the theorem. So, paano mo isusulat ang 1 minus P raised to N? So, this becomes
Value summation from k to 0 to n.
okay, from K0 to N. Tapos,
N choose k nga, yun nga mo. Tapos
tapos,
one lang pala. So, wala na po yan. Wala pala siya.
okay,
So,
one. Okay, wala na siya. Anong
awa,
sunod?
ignore. Y is negative p to the k. Yun nga ba?
Okay, ayun, tama. So, rather than K ang gagamitin kong expression, gawin ko siyang, erase ko to erase ko yan siya. K ba ang gusto? Sige, K na lang, sige, K na lang. Ay, sorry. Okay. Saan na tayo? Okay. Okay, yan. Alright. So, pero kung isusulat natin ito, ano ang expression na to? Ayan. Based on what we have done earlier, when n is approaching to infinity, ano mangyayari dyan? So approximately, that will be what? Dagdag ako ng papel, ha? Ayan. Ayan. Yung kanina, ito, ang ginawa natin. Kung sobrang laki na ni n, anong mangyayari dito? Ayan. Dyan. So meaning, what we're looking for, when kasi k is equal to, from 0 to infinity na siya, hindi na siya n. So sobrang laki na ni n. So ano mangyayari to n choose k?
So, yung n choose k, magiging halos infinity choose k. So, yung maiwan nga po yun dyan, ay n to the x over
O
x.
yun, tama. N to the x, pero ang x natin, k ang ginamit natin, over k factorial na. So ginamit lang natin ito, yan. Ito, yan. Ginamit natin yan ng equality. Okay, clear? Medyo nakuha ang idea?
Yes, ako.
Tapos, negative p raised to k. So, same powers. So, we can rewrite this expression as the summation from k equals 0 to infinity of negative np raised to k over k factorial. Ayan. Pero familiar ba to, yung series na to sa'yo?
Wait mo.
Okay, ano yan siya?
Okay, ano ba? Uh, wait. Hindi ba parang ano ba?
Oh, parang ano yan?
Yung ano po, yung Taylor series?
Yes, it's a Taylor series of what? Yan. Ano yan?
Is a Taylor series of yung ano po lang. So, K yung index. Ah.
So what do you think? Taylor series ng ano?
Mm,
So dito ko siya ilalagay sa side. Ano ba? Green ang ginamit ko. Sulat ko to sa side na to. Summation of say k from 0 to infinity of say x raised to k over k factorial. So anong Taylor series ito?
yung McLaurin po.
Lakas mo, Josh.
McLaurin series po.
Nadidinig niyo po kami, sir.
Oh, yes, yes. Narinig po namin kayo. So, McLaurin series siya ng ano?
Wala.
Oh, medyo mga
Yung
ganitong...
pinaka-basic po yan,
Oh, basic to. Medyo, very special to siya.
E to the x yata ba?
Tama. E raised to x yan. Ayun. So, therefore, this is equal to what? Yung series na yan.
E raised to negative np.
Ayun. E raised to negative np. So now, so may dalawa ka na tayong idea, ha? So, i-outline ko. Sorry. So far, alam natin dalawang bagay. So, as n approaches infinity, alam natin, ginawa natin kanina, this one, the first one, n choose x approaches to or equivalent to n raised to x over x factorial. So that's the first one. Ito. The second one, alam din natin that ano to, ang 1 minus p raised to n is approximately e raised to negative np. Okay, so combine natin lahat-lahat Now,
Di ba po parang zero yan halos? Kasi
ang ano?
almost infinity po siya eh. So, almost zero.
Oh, almost zero, yes. It's very, very small. Napakagamay, napakamaliit yan. Liit yan, gamay. Ginagamitan ko ng Ilonggo gamay. So now, let's go back to our, yan. Let's go back to our binomial. So, binomial natin. Now, ang binomial natin, and choose x, tapos, p raised to x, tapos 1 minus p raised to n minus x. Okay. So, as n approaches infinity, ano ang mangyayari sa mga expression mo? Ayan. So, una, this one, magiging, ano to? N factorial, n raised to x over x factorial yung una. Ito yung pangalawa, walang n yan, so as is lang siya. P raised to x lang yan. What will happen to this as n approaches infinity? So it's simply,
Almost zero na po.
so
Ay,
magiging,
go up to infinity po.
or this one, ito, yan. Game
Di
pareho
ba?
lang siya.
E to the negative np.
Okay. So let's rewrite this. Sulat natin siya ulit. So therefore, this becomes, kung isulat mo to, np raised to x, e raised to negative np, tapos x factorial sa baba. What is this? Ano yan? Kung isusulat natin siya, let lambda be equal to np. So this becomes lambda raised to x, e raised to negative lambda over x factorial. So what is this?
Parang mga suspicious na naman po.
Oh, yun. Poso na siya.
Grabe.
Compared earlier, binomial. Napansin mong transition?
Okay, so for very high end, magta-transition na po siya ng posan.
Yes, that's right. So meaning to say, as you increase your sample size from being a binomial distribution, it will become a Poisson distribution.
Ano po yung
Kaya,
ano po yung criteria nun? Kumbaga sasabihin ko na the n is sufficiently high na posan na po yung gagamitin ko. Ano po yung
yeah,
ginagamit?
that's right. How high is it? Hindi naman, actually, in statistics kasi, hindi naman ganun siya ka-clear except for normal distribution. Kasi normal distribution is the most well-studied distribution because of its ease and symmetry. Normally, sample size na sinasabi dyan nila, as long it's big as at least more than 30, so sabi daw, it will be normally distributed. Pero ang consensus usually, as long it's big, malaki siya. If you're studying, for example, a population, and if you have enough budget, you have more time to do data collections. So therefore, if it's really big, yung sample size mo, so you assume na dapat yung kung saan approaching yung distribution, yun ang kukunin mo. So for example, in this case, the binomial distribution, as you increase its sample size, it becomes a Poisson distribution. Pero, may pero yan ang condition nga lang dito is that, balik tayo sa theorem, na ang P mo is small enough. It's really small enough. So meaning, yung probability of success is really, really small for it to be a Poisson distribution.
So siguro finding the number of billionaires in in a country, diba ba? Sana.
O ano pa ba yung mga say may mga gambling na maliit talagang probability of success Say as you increase the number of choices, like cards, say for example, compared for a die. 'Di ba ang die it's just only 1/6. Pero what if yung probability that you will have say a heart that is a heart na ace. So ang probability of success yan is 1/52. So medyo mas maliit yon compared to the rolling of a die. So yun yung mga conditions nga lang for this theorem to be really true. Pero at least algebraically and analytically we were able to show na indeed the binomial will really approach to Poisson. Pero may formality in proof nito. hindi to directly na totoo yan right away kasi may mga conditions tayo i-follow. Okay? So far, do you have any questions? So far, this will be the end of our discussion on discrete distribution. Later na natin pag-uusapan mga applications. Babalikan natin yung mga calculations na to later when we try studying na applications. So far sa discrete distribution, may tanong ka ba, Joshua?
Hindi naman po. Wala naman.
Alright. So basta tandaan mo lang ang mga variables sa discrete distribution, discrete. So quick ano lang tayo, review sa discrete distribution. First, ano ba 'yun? Discrete distribution. We started with, kasi yung dami natin palang ni-review bago natin siya in-describe. Uniform distribution. So uniform, just like throwing a die, if the die is balanced, so 1 to 6, so at the uniform distribution, you will have an equal chance. So normally, yung mga random generators na ginagamitan natin are uniformly distributed. So yan. Second, Bernoulli. So Bernoulli mo lang naman is flipping a coin, for example, a single time. So it's a Bernoulli distribution kasi probability of success and failure is only done once. Pero kung repeated na siya na number of trials, so you will have the binomial distribution. And the probability density or mass function will look like this. And then, next to the Poisson, we have the hypergeometric distribution. Yung pagkakaiba ng hypergeometric distribution from the binomial distribution. Binomial, fix mo ang success. Ang hypergeometric distribution, hindi siya. Hindi fix yung success. So although magkakapareho lang naman siya by some means, so depende on how you will consider the problem. Next, negative binomial distribution, and then you will have the geometric distribution. Geometric distribution naman is that you repeat several times. Kailan ba siya magiging successful? Say for example, you flip a coin and then ang goal mo is for it to have a head. So what's the probability distribution yan? Every time you flip a coin, ang ending dapat it's a head at the end. So that's the geometric distribution. Then finally, the Poisson distribution when you're counting na occurrences. So that's the Poisson distribution. Okay. So now, let's proceed to the continuous distribution. So ito yung bago natin ngayon. So let me, hindi ko pala napangalanan ng title nito. Let me write this down. Continuous probability distribution. Okay. Let's start with, ang pinakauna, kung sa discrete meron kang uniform distribution, meron din uniform distribution yung continuous distribution. Uniform distribution. We can picture this out, yung random variable mo. So let x be a random variable. So I'll use the symbol RV for random variable, such that ang random variable mong x equals x, yung small letter x mo, are just values from, say, A to B. Small letters A and B. So the question, what is your probability distribution? It look like this. So if this is your A, this is your B, ang Y mo is ang probability Y mo. So uniform lang siya, pare-pareho. So meaning, so say for example, this is your f of x. So therefore, pareho lang yan. Ayan. So the distribution look like this. Okay. So therefore, yung kanyang probability distribution function, f of x, at may dalawa kang parameter, small letter a and small letter b, is just 1 over b minus a. So yan lang siya. Yung probability density distribution mo. And we can easily prove that this, sorry, small letter A pala, sorry, I'm using small letter A and B. So B minus A. And your X is from A to B. So at this time, to show na indeed this is a probability distribution, kung density function siya, kung discrete siya, you take the summation. Sa ngayon, you are to take the integration of your probability distribution from A to B. But so far, alam natin, the function is just 1 over B minus A. By the way, may nakalimutan ako dito, dx. dx din yan. So what's the integration of this? B and A are just constant. So therefore, 1 over B minus A, integral from A to B dx. So what's the definite integral of this? 1 over B minus A. At tapos, anong integral nito ng dx?
That's just nothing. 1 lang po. Ay, X yata na. X yata po.
X lang siya. Ayan. Evaluated kasi definite integral from A to B. But what's the evaluation of X from A to B? Di ba? Mag-evaluate ka lang. 1 over B minus A. Tapos evaluation ng X mo from A to B. So you'll just B minus A pa rin. But cancel out. This becomes equal to 1. Okay, so sure tayo that indeed you will have a probability distribution kasi sum ng lahat ng mga probabilities mo is just equal to 1. So ang question, ito yung distribution mo. So what is the mean and what is the variance? So let's compute for the actual na natin na i-compute yung kanyang mean and variance. Mean muna tayo. Mean. So what's the expected value of X? By definition, alam natin, this is just the integral of X times the probability density distribution. But this is from A to B, ang values natin from A to B. But the integral from A to B of X times 1 over B minus A dx. Can you give me what's the integral of this? Paki-compute dyan sa'yo.
Since 1 over B minus A is just a constant, so it's just X squared over 2 times 1 over B minus A. Yun lang mo.
Okay, over 2 evaluated from
B to A.
Okay. But what is that equal to?
Wait, X squared over 2 pa, hindi A.
Sorry, not A pala. Sorry, thank you. That's 2. Yan.
Nasira pa yung buong solution. So, 1 over B minus A times quantity B squared minus A squared over 2. Okay. That looks like there could be something out of it. Mm-hmm.
Ayun. So what is this?
So, that's just B plus A.
Ayun, tama. B plus A over 2 na siya. So pero isipin mo, ay ang mean is just the average, di ba? Kung titingnan mo dito sa may ginawa natin na illustration, so saan to banda? This is just here. Ayan. B plus A divided by 2. So ito na yung mean mo. That's the same with the median. Actually, that's the mode then at the same time. So this is your mean. Okay. So na-compute na natin dito. So that's the mean, B plus A over 2. Now, let's compute for the variance. So variance tayo ulit. Pero sa variance, alam natin the formula for the variance of your random variable X is just the second moment minus the square of the first moment or your mean. Pero let's compute what's the second moment. Hindi na tayo mag-moment generating function. So by definition, expected niya ng X squared is just x squared times f of x dx from A to B. But what is this integral? That's x squared times 1 over b minus a times dx. But can you give me what's the integral of this expression?
Uulit mo na. So, x squared.
May x squared ka na. X squared na.
X cubed over 3.
That's right. So let's write this down. 1 over b minus a times x cubed over 3 evaluated from b or a to b. Yeah. So can you give me the evaluation of this expression? So 1 over b minus a times b cubed minus a cubed divided by 3. Can you simplify? Ayun. What is b cubed minus a cubed? It's the cube, difference of two cubes. So meron siyang parang
Yung ano
special
pa na? Yes, yes po. Pwede tanggalin po yung B minus A. Yung,
paano natin tanggalin si b minus a?
forgot.
What's the numerator?
Parang x squared plus ba? X
Yeah,
squared. Tapos na. xy plus xy squared bale. So, dito.
sulat natin dito x cube.
Sige po.
So, sulat ko dito sa baba, x cube minus y cube is equal to?
X minus y times x squared plus xy yata mo na.
Tama. Plus y squared. Ayan, that's correct. So, therefore, what is this numerator?
Yan po. B minus A times B squared plus BA plus Y A squared.
Okay, BA plus A cube, A squared. Okay, so therefore, cancel and cancel. You are left with, sana yan? B cube, B squared plus BA plus A squared over 3. Ayan. But this is not the variance. This is the second moment. So the variance would become, what is your E of your x squared? So na-compute natin, B squared plus BA plus A squared over 3 minus the quantity. Ano ang mean natin? Ito yon, B over A, B plus A over 2. Quantity squared. Can you simplify this further for me, Joshua?
Okay ba? Wait lang.
Go. Ano yun siya? Juice siya or?
Silyo po, silyo. Kasi nakakonstipate po si Joshua eh.
Oh, okay.
Sa ano nga po, namomroblema kami din sa Bangkok kasi po, hindi siya nakakainom regularly na psyllium.
Pero maraming fruits doon sa Bangkok, naalala ko.
Ano po siya si Joshua, kahit na kumain ng maraming fruits at vegetables po, kasi di ba ang diet po namin more of fruits and vegetables na?
Opo.
Ano pa rin po siya, prone pa rin sa constipation kasi yung mga relatives sa Makalintal side, sa mami niya, sa mga kapatid ng mami niya, mga constipated din, pati mami niya po. Kaya ito nahanapan ko siya ng solution.
Genetic po, genetic.
Could be, sabi ko kasi nung last, more than a month ago, nagkita-kita kami ng kapatid niya sa Manila. Tapos constipated din sila. Sabi ko, ayun, ano na.
Despite the food po na kahit careful din kayo sa pagkain, still may ano pa rin pala, may tendency, meaning nako-constipate, so meaning nagle-less yung tubig, so you need to drink more water.
Ano po siya kasi Joshua po kasi siguro ang laki po ng ano niya ng poop eh. Siguro sabi ko mas malaki ng mga bituka ng mga Makalintal, sabi ko ng So sabi ko siguro ganun ang ano nila.
Tapos
Kaya
hindi nare-retain yung tubig.
ano po hindi siya napupuno agad. So ang pag-movement ng intestines po kasi pag ay para na-stretch yung ano intestines natin,
Mm.
ano po magko-contract siya, magpa-peristalsis. Eh since na malaki po yung ano yung caliber ng ano nila ng intestine siguro, mas na-stack. So kailangan pang mas maraming ano fiber pa.
All right.
Kaya naisip ko, sabi ko gawa natin ng paraan. Siguro lahat naman unless na meron kang mega colon na genetic. Kung wala naman, some solution is possible. Kaya ito po yung na ano ko pag every time na possible, sinisingit ko. Eh, sabi ko, mamaya, iinom siya ng antibiotic.
All right.
So, unahan ko na ng 2 hours before siya iinom. Sabi ko ng,
Okay.
opo. Ang mura
All
ng
right.
fruto ko sa
Ano
ano,
pa?
sa Bangkok po, yung mangga, alam niyo po kung magkano lang?
Magkano po?
Di ba sa mga mall ang mahal? Ang mura na, actually reasonable na po, di ba po?
Actually, ang Bangkok napansin ko, ang mura ng hotel, mura din ng pagkain.
Opo, mura rin po. Pero actually, kasi kami yung unang day namin, madaling araw po kami nakaabot sa hotel. So, nag 7-Eleven kami, may mga Pinoy. Sabi sa amin, sa kanto, mura lahat yung pagkain doon, tsaka ano, mga prutas. So, we explored. Kung di kami nasabihan, baka hindi namin pinuntahan. May talipapa,
Okay.
alam niyo po yung mango, ang gaganda ng quality na
Yes, ang
lahat
lalaki pa.
malalaki na consistent yung pati yung lasa. Firm, di ba po? Kahit na hinog na, firm, crispy pa rin.
Opo.
35 baht lang, mga 55
Mura,
pesos.
mura siya.
Tapos yung pong mga lime, tsaka ano, 5 baht. Ang mura po pala ng prutas doon.
And
Kung,
then, na-appreciate ko noon nang nag-travel ako, yung kung magkano yung tubig sa labas, ganon din yung presyo sa airport.
ngayon po, grabing airport, grabe.
Ang mahal na?
Ang mahal po, grabe. Kaya nga nun pa uwi kami, ah, tiisin na lang natin. Sabi pag
Kasi
umabot na,
naalala ko dati, ang airport nila mura pa eh. Hindi, kung anong presyo sa labas ng airport, ganon din sa loob eh.
grabe po pati ano kasi pumunta din po yung kapatid ni mami ni Joshua, yung auntie niya, tsaka yung family. Eh masadali na sa nauna sila. Kinuwento nila sa amin, kumain sila sa airport. Sabi ko, grabe, ang yaman ng kapatid mo. Sabi ko, no? Kasi pati mga McDonald's, saka ano po, ang
Mahal na rin.
isang burger, 260, 300
Pa?
baht, ganun po.
Hala.
Ang mahal po, so ano, harang yun kaya kami po
Magkano na
yung
po yung ano? Magkano ng palitan ng baht to peso? 1.5 pa rin ba? Or mas
1.6 po sa something
1.6
po.
na. Okay. So, mahal-mahal ng konti.
Opo,
Oh,
tapos
Joshua, paki-solve nga to. Meron na ba?
Diyos, sobrang.
B plus A. So, B squared plus 2AB plus A squared over 4.
4 lang ba?
Yes, so 2 squared.
Yung ito, you mean ito yung sa gilid.
Taba.
Ayun, sige, sulat natin. B squared plus BA plus A squared over 3 minus B squared plus 2AB or BA plus A squared over 4. Pero to make the long story short, this is equal to what? Ayan. Can you compute quickly?
Over 12, so 4B.
Mhm.
So, maging B squared na lang plus 4B.
Tama, over 12.
So, over 12, B squared,
Tapos,
uh, minus 2AB
okay, minus 2AB
plus A squared.
sa A squared.
So that's just B minus A squared over 2.
Yan, correct. So, B minus A squared divided by 12. Ayun. That's the variance of your uniforms. Ayun. Very good. So therefore, in general, summarize ko lang to, the expectation, ang mean mo, expectation of X is just b plus a over 2 at ang variance mo of x is just ano yun? B minus a quantity squared over 12. All right. So now, at this time, ang next natin na pag-aaralan yung pinaka gamit na statistical distribution sa buong mundo. I don't know mga aliens kung most likely discover na to kung may aliens Kasi there was
Sila lang
a
pala mga alien.
question, di ba, of the existence of other life. Parang well, ang philosophy doon, have you watched Contact na movie?
Yes, aba.
Jodie Foster.
Aba, yes.
Parang napanood ko na yan siya more than 50 times since bata pa ako hanggang ngayon.
Insane.
Paborito ko pa rin siyang movie at ang libro ni Carl Sagan Ang galing ng pagkakaano yung idea. Parang it's a waste of space kung wala talagang other. Parang napakalaki ng universe at kung wala talagang other life forms, napaka-waste ng space. Parang gano'n. Kasi naalala ko, so ang question doon, ang mathematics ba nila, is it the same mathematics with us? Siyempre, ibang language maybe that they're using, but there's a concept in mathematics called isomorphism. So meaning to say there's a
Same
correspondence.
universe po na.
Ano again?
The same universe po. Siguro pareho naman yung physical laws.
Yes, they will have the same different symbols, pero there's always a correspondence between. So kaya 'di ba there was ano nga yung Voyager ba yon? Yung we sent out
Wait,
a record.
po. May
And there's a question kung
golden disc po na.
how will you represent yung mga symbols natin na madali nila ma-decode, maintindihan?
May ginawa po silang parang system po na parang ano lang. Dots lang yata po na yung para yung i-explain muna po what is addition, what is the concept of number,
Tama.
concept
So paano
of
nila
zero,
maintindihan yan?
tsaka concept of place value yata po na. Tapos sinana na yung mga basic laws.
There's another movie naka-interesting din yung The Arrival. Pero linguist naman yung yung representation ng paano how can our world and the alien would communicate. So nag-hire sila ng linguist to do the translation. And interesting yung mga ganitong mga sci-fi movies Well anyway, so balik tayo sa normal distribution. So I assume they already know, the other worlds knows what a normal distribution is all about. So let me write this down, normal distribution. So the normal distribution has an interesting idea. Kasi in layman's term, itinatawag natin tong normal distribution, but in some other areas in mathematics or physics, they call this the Gaussian distribution. Named after Carl Friedrich Gauss, the prince of mathematics, as they said. So una, these distributions, assumption dito, it look like this. Let me draw the geometric representation ng distribution natin. Let me use the green color. Tapos, somehow look like this. Ayan. Sorry, hindi ako ganun kagaling So, the distribution...
Mukha po siyang hill distribution.
Parang bell. Sabihin na natin mukha siyang bell. Pero ito parang hindi siya bell
Parang po siyang
your center is assumed to be in the middle. Let's call this mu. Tapos ang width niya, gaano siya kalapad. So let's put it here, ganon. Gaano siya kalapad. Ang distance niyan is just sigma. And the distance here is sigma. So therefore, another value dito, it's mu minus sigma. And another value is mu plus sigma. Okay, so the question is, anong itsura ng distribution na yan, meaning ng f of x of x. So, mathematicians were able to look for this. May history siya. Actually, kung paano na-discover yung normal distribution na yun, you can look for it in the internet. Pero as early as I think after the Dark Ages, they were able to see na para may pattern ng mga distributions gambling, for example, they
Dark
see
ages,
patterns of
dark
these types
ages pa lang po, iniisip nila yung mga probability distribution.
That's
Insane.
right. I don't know, may time silang makapag-isip, walang internet noon eh. So they have all the time that they could think of. Kahit nga si Newton, di ba, umupo lang daw siya sa ilalim ng apple tree, nahulugan lang daw siya ng apple, nakapag-isip na siya, gravity yan. And then formulate the three laws of motion. They all have the time. Actually, that time, I think, that was there was plague, I think, during
Oo po.
that period.
Kaya
Huh?
siguro nakapag-isip.
Bubonic plague? Hindi pala, not bubonic plague, but there was an epidemic at the time, kaya nagkulong siya and then think kung ano mga mathematics involved. But anyway, the probability distribution that we're talking about it look like this. F of x is equal to 1 over square root of 2 pi. Sa labas ang sigma.
Saan po
A,
nanggaling yung pi? Is it a circle?
again, makikita mo yan mamaya.
Siguro meron pong circle, no?
Natin to. Kasi ito yung una nilang inisip eh. Bakit may pi sa formula ng ng normal distribution? Bakit lumabas siya?
Mga po
So
na,
which is very
parang pag may
interesting.
pi, there's something to do with circles.
That's correct. Actually, ipoprove natin that indeed this is a probability distribution kasi yung integral nito, yung random variable mo, x, where x is a real number. So meaning to say, it goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. Meaning, kung titignan mo dito sa ano mo, from positive infinity, negative infinity. Meaning, hindi siya magta-touch, asymptotic siya along the
Ah,
x-axis. So hindi yan talaga itatouch yan. So ang
ano pala po?
question,
This brings up a good question. What if x is complex?
okay. Kasi ang probability distributions ang pinag-uusapan natin, puro yan real eh. Parang meaning to say it's always a real world application. So therefore, the random variable will always be real numbers. Pero it's a good question, what if, assume natin, ang random variable is complex? Hindi ko pa na-encounter yan. Kasi
Wow.
parang what's the use of having complex number or imaginary number, no? Unless the
Hindi pa po
discovery
natin
kasi
nakikita yung use niya.
Kasi yung discovery ng imaginary numbers, parang ano yan, for the purpose of convenience of computing. Mga mathematician, parang nakita nila, you must accept it kasi otherwise, mahirap mag-compute kung walang ganun. For example, from experience, when I was doing my dissertation, part noon in-include ko yung complex properties kasi mas madali mag-compute kung nasa complex domain ako compared to na nasa real domain kasi hindi ko alam siya gagawin. Napakahirap. So kaya I have to translate it and then translate it back to real It's ganun for the purpose. Pero maganda niyan. Meron bang probability distribution that utilizes a complex
Para sa
random
akin,
variable?
mahirap pong isipin kasi yung probability is parang parang defined. Eh kung nasa imaginary, parang two-dimensional probability.
Tama. Pero we don't know yet. We don't know yet. Kasi it's still, you holomorphic kasi ang R2 with the complex domain. Sulit ko lang dito. Lagay ko lang dito as red. Note ko lang to, note. Note. 'Di ba ang R squared, meaning ang complex, ang real, ang Cartesian coordinates mo is just isomorphic or holomorphic in general with the set of complex numbers. Kasi ang x-axis mo will be the real part and the y-axis is the imaginary part. So pwede mong gamitin ang idea na yan, but hindi siya palagi totoo that it will carry out the properties right away from complex plane to Euclidean plane. Kasi may algebraic properties na kailangan to consider. Hindi yan kino-consider analytically. Kaya separate sila. So now, our goal this afternoon, so gawin ko lang siyang blue. So, dito na lang pala ako mag-change the color. So, the goal is that we are to show that the integral of f of x dx from negative infinity to positive infinity is equal to 1. Ayan, ipoprove natin yan ngayon. Ayun. Alright, so ready na? Iprove natin to? Dagdagan ko lang to.
Parang medyo nakakatakot.
Okay, so mag-i-integral tayo nito. So I'll use the black one. First, gawin natin, let us do some change of variable. Kasi mahirap mag-integrate. Note natin na note. Note ko dito Kasi if you let, di ba A is just area? Ito, you're computing for the area niyan. So area yan, A. Let's name this as the area. So if will compute A to be the integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of 1 over square root of 2 pi. By the way, I hope you memorize this by heart. Yung ito, yung itsura niya.
Why?
Okay. Mu over sigma quantity squared dx.
Memorize pa yung sigma. 6 pala po na.
Para mukhang 6. Some question, medyo mahirap siya kung maraming parameters. What you can do is this. Let y be equal to x minus mu over sigma. So mag-change of variable tayo. Instead of x, mag-y tayo. So hence, what's the derivative of your y? Equal to?
1 over sigma?
1 over sigma.
Yes, yun ba?
Times yung form, yung differential form niya, times
Yes.
dx. So therefore, yan ang pangsasubstitute natin. So take note, meron ka na ditong dx, meron ka ng 1 over sigma. So all you have to do is to carry them together. So magiging itsura niya would look like this.
Sino nag-isip po na? May nag-isip po na. Grabe.
Yun, that's good. Tingnan natin. So ang matitira, 1 over square root of 2 pi na lang kasi group mo together yung 1 over sigma sa dx. So e raised to negative 1/2. Magiging y squared na lang yan kasi gagamitin natin ng x minus mu over sigma times dy. So mas convenient.
Para medyo suspicious yung itsura ng negative y squared over 2.
So now, itong gawin natin. Instead of a, i-square natin ang a, meaning dalawang integral ang i-multiply natin together. So the first integral will be still the same.
But why would you need to do that?
Again.
Pero ba't pa kailangan pong i-multiply?
Square. Tingnan natin, makikita mo yan. Maganda yung itsura nito. Sige, makikita mo bakit is square. Actually, kung sino tong gumawa ng integral na to, bakit na square siya, ang galing niya mag-isip. By the way, na-feature to sa movie na Gifted. Napanood mo ba yun?
Nakita ko po to.
Yung proof ni itong proof ng bata na yan sa board. Yung sabi niya, hindi ko yan masolve kasi walang negative. Di ba? Ganito yun eh. So, sulat natin 2 over pi e raised to negative 1/2 y squared dy. Tapos yung pangalawa, let's use a different letter. Kasi anyway, integral naman kinocompute mo. So, let's use a different letter to separate them. So, negative, from negative infinity, positive infinity over square root of 2 pi. At this time, e raised to negative 1/2, say, letter z. Z squared, dz. Ayan. So para different na letter. So now, the two integrals are independent from each other. Pwede mong pagtabihin ang dalawang integrals. Tapos, i-multiply mo ang 1 over square root of 2 pi together. So magiging 1 over 2 pi na lang siya. So this becomes 1 over 2 pi na yan. Dalawang integrals from negative infinity to positive infinity. Tapos, e raised to. Anong mangyayari sa numerators mo? Not numerator, the power of the exponential. Same base, so therefore,
Uh, same base. So therefore, ay, wait.
negative 1 half raised
So,
to
pero hindi ba y squared z squared? So, y z squared.
y squared.
So,
Nalala mo,
y z squared po lang.
or ito. You can imagine this, negative 1 half y squared times e raised to negative 1 half z squared. So, ano mangyayari yan?
So, mag-ano na po sila mag-add.
Add lang. Okay, so let's
Y
add them.
squared plus z squared. Okay. Tapos sa
Okay.
dy dz.
Ano again? Oh, dy dz. So, sulat natin. dy,
Wait, sino po yung mga una? dy or dz mo? Or pwede bang, can they be interchanged?
ang importante lang, unahin natin dy and dz. Importante lang, one variable is independent from the other. Pero kung nakita mo, one depends on the other, the order must follow. There's a theorem on that, Fubini's theorem, na kung saan pwede mo mag-interchange yung mga integrals and the forms of the integral. So it must follow certain conditions. But in fact, maganda dito, ang y at ang z independent from each other. So therefore, pwede mo siya pagbaliktad. Now, ito may question ako sa iyo. Anong napapansin mo sa x squared plus z squared? Yan. Ano yan?
Hmm,
Looks like what? Every time may naririnig ka x squared plus y squared or y squared plus z squared, ano yan siya na pumapasok sa mind mo?
ano ba? Integral of
Okay. Huwag kang mag-isip sa integral muna.
ano
Isipin mo
ba?
lang yung y squared plus z squared. Ano yan?
Hmm,
Mumukhang ano siya. Yan lang.
ano kayang ganun na?
Sige. Isip-isip. Isipin mo hindi siya x squared, z squared. Gawin mong x squared plus y squared. Anong x squared plus y squared is equal to
X plus y minus 2y, the x ng y?
mhm. You don't need to solve. Actually, hindi ka magsosolve. Isipin mo lang anong palaging every time when you take the sum of two squares of two variables, meaning the sum of the squares of two variables, it's equal to what? Anong pumapasok? Like x squared plus y squared, ganon. Is equal to what siya? I'll give you a hint. Idodraw ko siya.
Ko siya factorable eh. So, paano?
Try natin ha.
Circle?
This,
Ayun.
yun! Ayun!
Di ko pa na-connect na-realize ko pa na pwede pala siya graph.
Kasi, kasi sinabi mo na kanina, pagkakita mo ng pi, may circle yan. So, ito yun.
Mm.
Merong circle na lalabas dyan. So, dito pa lang, actually, mapapansin mo, x squared plus z squared, it's the radius squared. Di ba? Parang, nagmumukha siyang radius squared. So, therefore, let us now change the variable. Kasi y square, ang y at ang z, Cartesian yan. So what if polar ito? You change the variable now from being a Cartesian coordinate system into a polar coordinate system na ngayon. So meaning, gagawin natin, at sana tayo? We will now change let y and your z be equal to the following coordinates. So magiging r sine theta, then r cosine theta. So ito yung polar coordinate system. Kasi when you are to take the square of y plus the z squared, it's equal to what? Equal to
It's equal to R sine squared. So, wait. Kung kasi magiging R sine squared, so, R lang po.
O R lang siya. So
Hindi.
magiging,
R squared po na, R squared. Yun.
meaning ito, oy, R squared na yan siya. So at least isang variable na lang. Anong pang-aasikasuhin natin?
dy
Di ba,
dx.
na-encounter mo ba mag-change ng variable so far, Joshua? Nakatry ka na ba?
Yes, sa ano po? Sa integral.
Yon. So itong ginagawa natin pero dalawang variable together. So next, anong kay
Okay. Kasi both of them can be expressed in terms of R and theta. So, wait. So, dalawang variables pa rin,
Mm-mm. Pero
Ano yung,
dalawang
ano
variable to
yung
eh.
pwede
Medyo
po na?
mahirap to.
Ano pa yung,
Na-encounter mo ba mag-compute ng tinatawag na Jacobian?
hindi po.
Hindi pa. So, ituro ko muna quickly yung theory, paano mag-change ng variable. Gawin ko tong red para at least maiba. So, ito yung idea ng change of variable. Change of variable. Variable. Halimbawa, meron kang integral na dalawang integral siya over some area. So, sabihin lang natin yan R of a function of two variables xy, dx, dy. At tapos sabi natin, ay, mag-change ako ng variable. Gawin ko siya in terms of variable u and v. So tawagin natin g of uv at si y, i-change natin to h of uv. So meaning, may change tayo from xy, magiging uv siya. So to do this, para may bago tayong variable, so kukompute tayo ng tinatawag na Jacobian. Ang Jacobian is just the determinant of the following. Partial derivative of your function g of uv with respect to with respect to u, tapos partial derivative of your function g with respect to v, and ganon din so on to h with respect to u, and partial derivative of h with respect to v. Ayan. So
Okay.
yan i-compute mo, tapos kunin mo
Ano kasi pa yung determinant? AD minus BC ba po?
tama, yun lang. I-cross multiply mo lang siya, then subtract yung isa. Ayan. So therefore, mako-compute mo ang bagong integral na ito. So may bagong ka ng integral, pero mag-change ka na ng area. Hindi na in terms of the rectangular area from the Cartesian coordinate system, may bagong area ka. In our case, polar coordinate system. So ang bagong function mo is of the form g of uv and h of uv times the may mali pala ako. Kukunin ang chain natin to hindi pa Jacobian pa lang to pala.
Oo. Mahalis reaction.
Dito ko pa lang siya ang
Well.
determinant of j, tapos mag-change variable na tayo into du and dv. So ayan, that's the instruction. When we change variable, kunin mo muna ang partial derivative ng bago mong mga coordinates with respect to kung anong variable. Tapos kunin mong kunin yung determinant. So that would be ang idudugto natin as multiplier dyan. May theory behind dito. May pinag-aralan kami noon doon, theory of differential forms, para to explain really na bakit totoo yan, ang change of variable. So this is the instruction. Can you compute for me, Joshua, what is the Jacobian of this coordinate? Meaning, compute mo siya with respect to r, compute mo siya with respect to theta, ang y and z mo. Meaning, you are to look for ang Jacobian mo dito, hanapin mo ang partial derivative of y with respect to r, partial derivative.
Treating them as yung the other variable as a constant po na.
Yes, tama.
Pero wait, ano ba mangyayari doon? Express po siya.
Ano, again?
Talagang nandun po siya. Kahit na when you treat it as a constant, it's there.
Oh, yes. Kung kukunin mo yung derivative ang r, constant yung isa. Yan.
So it will be left in state po na.
Yes. Sige, tingnan natin.
Okay na, see mo.
Can you compute for this? Ito. Yan.
So dy paano sasabihin po dyan? How do you say small delta?
Ang saan? Partial. Partial.
Okay. So it's
So first time mo na-encounter to ang partial derivative.
di ba, pero parang I realized na there is no way to say it na parang dy dx. Meron
Unlike DFTS, isang D.
delta. Hindi naman po siya pwede delta. Kasi parang
Wala mahaba partial derivative.
oh no, masyado mahaba po yung word. Tatagal daw po. Okay, so the partial derivative, yung y with respect to our uh r yung ano po nakukunin na. So
Yes.
sin
Yes, sin theta. Okay, so
okay. So is that
sulat ko siya, Jacobian for, sulat ko dito muna, y is equal to r sin theta and then z is equal to r cosine theta. So therefore, the Jacobian na una, sabi mo ano ngayon? Sin theta. Okay, what's next?
it might be over. So sa baba po nan is just cosine theta. Tapos,
So this is cosine theta. That's correct. Next.
okay. So unfortunately, I need to do real math dito. So, yung sa the top right corner, negative, hindi, huh? Oh, R cosine? Oh,
That's correct.
That's just D po na.
Ayan. And then yung sa baba, magiging?
Negative R sine theta. So,
That's
negative.
correct.
Meron pa na pong anong tawag po doon? May something yung, may widget po, tapos hindi ko po na nakita masyado yung sinusulat na po minsan. Parang there's something, sa, 1, 2, 3, sa bottom 4/5 po ng screen niya. Tsaka sa center.
Bottom 4/5. Ito ba yun?
Yes, mga nandun po. May something na parang, may white circle and then a red circle. Parang Japan.
Ito.
Yes, opo.
Gumagamit kasi ako ng movie recording para lang ma-project ko yung sa sa iPad ko to my MacBook. So
Pwede
hindi
kaya
siya
ako parang alisin sa area yun po.
move ko lang siya somewhere dito. Sometimes automatic siya nawawala eh. Nagtataka ako bakit andyan siya.
Parang nag-stuck siya doon. Hindi po siya nawala.
Ayun. Hopefully mamaya mawawala. Sige, let's wait lang mamaya sa kanya.
Opo.
Okay. So ito na, kunin mong determinant. So what's the, sana yun? Kunin mo yung determinant dito.
So, AD, wait. Parang kasi pa mag-number sa matrix. Pag ano pa na. So, A so negative R sine squared theta. Minus R squared cosine theta. That's just negative R.
Negative ba siya, no? I forgot pa. Dapat pala, maglalagay ako dito ng absolute value. Dapat may absolute value yan.
Okay, so just R po.
Or dito lang muna, that's negative R. Ayan, negative R. So hence, kung isusulat na natin to, ang bagong bagong A squared. So A squared now.
Para masyado madali. Ba't ganun? It's too easy.
Oo nga. Yun yung technique nila para at least mas madali yung computation. So sana kopyahin natin to. So 1 over 2 pi. 1 over 2 pi. Mamaya na natin to discuss from negative infinity to positive infinity kasi mag-change din yan. Tapos, ito ay magiging e raised to negative, negative 1 over, negative 1/2, r squared na siya. Ayan, because of this, magiging r squared na yan. So, sulat natin. So, yun, e raised to negative 1/2 r squared. Tapos, next, determinant of J, absolute value. So determinant of your Jacobian, positive R. Tapos, change na ng variable, dv. Kasi yung dalawang bagong mong ano to? Variables, R and theta. So, magiging dr, d theta. So, sila natin. Dr, t theta. Okay. Pero ang question, this is now a new variable. Ano ba yung values ng R mo? Ano
R,
from negative infinity to positive infinity because it's Cartesian. Pero how about ang R mo? It's reduced.
it's stuck from, wait, that's 0 to infinity.
That's right. So this becomes from 0 to
Wait,
infinity.
ano mangyayari po pag radius is negative? Magpabalik na lang ba yung theta?
Kasi di ba ang this is your Cartesian coordinate system. Sulat natin na Cartesian coordinate system. So halimbawa, this is your point. Kung ano to, kung Cartesian, so this is your x, this is your y. Pero sorry, y yan siya dapat, y. Pero kung polar, you need the angle, tapos gaano siya kahaba. So this is your r, this is your theta. So therefore your r is from 0 to positive infinity. That's correct. How about your theta?
0 to 2 pi.
That's correct. 0 to 2 pi. Okay, gawin ko lang block. From 0 to 2 pi. Ayun. Ito na yung mga ano mo. Iko-compute. So question, Joshua, can you compute this integral?
Maybe.
Oh,
I think by
hindi
tapos
na.
yan.
Makukompute mo na yan.
So yung first, ignore mo na yung second. So yung
Oh,
first,
yeah. This one, no?
yeah, so,
Compute mo ito muna. Yeah.
paano kaya to? So,
So, sulat ko dito, integral from 0 to infinity of e raised to negative 1 half r squared r dr. Ayan na.
anong yata to? It's a product.
Hmm.
Oh wait, no. It's a result of chain rule, partially.
Intro na lang. O, yun. So, let u, anong ile-let u mo?
Let's say
Equal to.
the U is negative 1/2 r squared.
Okay, negative 1 half r squared. So, what is du equal to?
The U is negative r. Negative r.
Negative r. Ayan, negative r. So, meron ka ng
dr po na. Dr.
dr pala, sorry. Dr. So, meron ka ng r. Ito, may r ka na dyan. So, kailangan mo na lang ng
Negative.
negative.
Pwede naman po mag-negative negative. So, yun. So, para mawala muna siya. 0 to infinity u e to the u du. Yun na ba?
Ayan. So, what's the integral of that?
E to the u.
E to the u. Ayun. Negative of e
Wait.
raised to
E to the
u.
infinite minus 1. Oho. Oho.
So, balik lang natin siya sa negative 1 half r squared. So, from 0 to, ayan.
So, when is infinity? That's negative infinity. Oh, so 0, 0.
0. So, if this
Negative,
is what
negative
is
0. So, 0 lang po siya. Minus, 0, magiging 1 lang po. Negative 1.
negative 1. So, therefore, this is
1.
equal to
1 lang po. 1.
1. So, etong buong yan, 1 yan. So, therefore, na-solve na natin. Dagdagan na natin ng paper. So, yung sa loob, isang a squared mo, gawin nating a squared is equal to 1 over 2 pi integral from 0 to 2 pi of 1. So, matitira, d theta.
Para masyado po siya madali. So, naging theta na lang from 2 pi. Ayun, theta, 2 pi. Oh, so it's just 1. Okay, good.
Okay, 1 over 2 pi magiging theta from 0 to 2 pi. So, therefore, tama, magiging
2 pi over 2 pi. Yun na po.
ayan. So, a squared is equal to 1. Thus, your a
Plus minus 1. Plus minus 1.
Ayun, you're done.
Okay, so
So ito yung
this
ginawa ni
proves,
sinong
this
batang
proves
genius
that
dun
it is
sa, naalala mo yung proof sa gifted? So ito yung ginawa niya,
okay.
nagpo-prove. So mag-change siya ng variable, may mga drawing pa nga siya doon eh, may mga ginawa siyang ganyan. Naalala ko gumawa siyang ganyan eh.
So
Yan.
parang it's not so hard pala. Pala ko baka ano. Okay,
Well,
so parang yung tawag na po tawag doon, three-dimensional projection.
meaning to say, rather than nagkumuha ka ng area on one side, kumuha ka ng three-dimensional projection na lang ng normal distribution.
Surface of revolution po na. So,
That's right.
one, wait, kung one na po siya, so that proves na the sum of all possibilities is just one. So, does it mean na probability distribution na po siya?
Ano bang criteria ng tinatawag ng probability distribution para masabi mo siya probability distribution ng isang
Yun po, isa yun. Yung summation of all probability should be one.
that's for the discrete, so therefore for the continuous integral. Ano
Yes.
pang isa?
Ano bang isa?
May dalawang criteria lang yan. So the sum or the integral of the whole function must be 1. Ang pinaka-importante, ano bang nature ng probability? Pwede bang negative?
So it has to be in between 0 and 1.
That's right. So dapat in between siya, 0 and 1. So tingnan mo to,
I think that's honestly obvious. Yung E kasi hindi po pwedeng maging ano.
maging negative.
Yes, awa. Yung E to the something, it will never be negative.
So pero paano mo masasabi na it is less
Parang
than 1?
stick na. So, immediately positive na siya. Pero 0 to infinity pa rin. So, 1 over square root of 2 pi sigma. Wait. Kung over...
So paano mo masasabi na it is 0 to 1 talaga?
I don't think na malalaki yung ano na. So, when x is very big, kaya...
Etong hint ko sa'yo. Napansin mo tong yung denominator? Ito.
Yes, awa.
Ito yung tinatawag na normalizer. Meaning, kung kukunin mo ang integral ng buong ito, buong yan, kunin mo integral niyan, it's equal to square root of 2 pi sigma.
Oh.
Nakuha mo? So meaning,
para maging 1 mo.
para maging 1 siya. So any number na ipoproduce nito for whatever value of x, it will always be less than square root of 2 pi times sigma. So therefore, positive siya pa rin. Na from 0 to 1, fractional ang magiging...
Pero engineered po yung distribution na. So, parang engineered siya na meron siyang normalizer. Aside from...
tama. Kasi ikaw nga Joshua, pwede ka umimbento ng sarili mong probability distribution eh. Kailangan lang ng normalizer. When you get the integral, it must be equal to 1. Pwede ikaw mismo umimbento. Malay mo sa huli may maimbento kang probability distribution.
Wala pa siyang uses.
In the future. So we don't know yet. Kikita rin din natin eh. Kasi malaki din ang listahan ng mga probability distribution. Ito lang yung mga sikat. Ito kasi palaging ginagamit at easy to manipulate. So in the future, may mga probability distribution ng weird ng itsura niya. Pero kung-compute mo, it's equal to It's equal to 1. Hanapin mong gamma. Halimbawa, gamma distribution. I think we will have a different discussion of the gamma distribution in the future. So, ito nang gawin natin, Joshua. By next meeting, we will show ano ba ang mean at ang variance ng normal distribution. In fact, the mean and the variance, ang mean nito, we will show next meeting na ang mean ng isang normal distribution is thus the parameter mu at ang variance ng distribution na to is ang parameter sigma squared. So ayan ang pag-uusapan natin sa next meeting. By the way, tomorrow, by the way, Joshua will not be around kasi may nasa Guimaras ako eh. There, I will be meeting the governor. May discussion lang
Wow.
ako with
Big time.
him. Hindi,
Insane.
maghihingi kami ng pera for a project. And
Wow.
hindi
So,
naman directly sa kanya, kundi maghingi kami ng endorsement kasi may ina-applyan kaming grant for a research grant for the NRCP, that's the National Research Council of the Philippines. So kailangan ng endorsement niya. We are trying to compute for the carrying capacity of the whole Guimaras Island. So that's the goal na
wow.
gagawin.
Ano pa tawag literal, mathematical geography.
Ano yan eh, kailangan ng GIS, kailangan namin ng
Ano po yan? Yung load na kaya na kumbaga for infrastructure?
Not only infrastructure, tourism, that's one infrastructure, and including people. Compute namin kung how much, kung mag-grow bang population, di ba may limitation din ng resources. So the resources that we're looking at is actually land use. So by how much bang kaya ng Guimaras na hindi ma-disturb yung environmental locations like mga forestry, agriculture, and others. So that's the goal. So sa ngayon, ang request lang namin for 1 year is to compute for tourism carrying capacity. Sunod naman yung land use. How about ang boat transfer from Iloilo to Guimaras and so on. Yun mga tinitignan namin. So part of the project. Okay? So that's it, Joshua. So thank you very much. So I'll stop now our share screen. Nagre-record pa ba siya? Wala na rin, no? It's still recording pala. So anyway, so for now, so goodbye Joshua. See you next week na lang tayo mag... Okay, ingat. Bye-bye.
Yeah ba? Bye-bye pa. Good luck.
Sabi na lang kay dad mo na goodbye na rin. Okay, bye-bye.
Good luck na ba?